I get a lot of people. I talk to hundreds of agency owners and consultants asking me, what niches work on LinkedIn, Marcus? Is it worth spending my time going after appointments and clients there and sending hundreds of thousands of DMs, getting tens of thousands of appointments? I will make this video once and for all in 2025, also going into next year, 2026. What niches are on LinkedIn where it's worth prospecting and honestly scaling a business? So here it is. We're gonna go ahead and rank them. I'm gonna either give a quick blurb about it or give a huge explanation, especially those that you might think should be on LinkedIn when they actually aren't, or you should be looking at other platforms. And I'll be recommending other platforms, right? And making sure you guys know where to go if it doesn't mean LinkedIn. So as you can see, we have this tier list ranker right here. We are going to start just kind of from the top corner and work our way down. I have 38. If I don't mention, you can check the descriptions below, a niche that you are in, no biggie, no problem. Just let me know and I'll get back to you and I'll give you my thorough response on whether LinkedIn is a good outreach platform or not. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So right here we have, I believe, real estate developers. They are on LinkedIn. Do outreach there. I can't say if it will be the best platform, but it is definitely a great one to do outreach on. Honestly, I might, and you might see me move things along the way, just natural with the tier list. But I would definitely say it's a great platform to scale with. They are definitely on there. I've gotten people in that industry consistent of 1 appointment a day to 2 appointments a day, depending on their offer. So caterers and restaurants. Not many are on LinkedIn. I think I've done a test with someone on LinkedIn and Instagram, but we just went with Instagram because they're more on there. So I would personally just say not many are on LinkedIn. That was the reason why we weren't getting many responses and booked appointments from LinkedIn. All right. I believe this one, oh, it's cropped up here. I believe this one is consultants. Consultants, personally, this is a great industry. I actually go after consultants myself, and I love going after them through LinkedIn. They post there, they're active there, they like to see me post there, and they come to me. So I'm definitely gonna say that you should, if you're going after consultants like I am, definitely go there. Um, Daycares or Childcare. I would say they're not as active on LinkedIn. They are there. They have their job titles. They tell you that they are, the business that they are in, but they aren't as often on LinkedIn. You would find them more on Instagram or Facebook. Event venues. I would say, I'm gonna say great platform to scale with. Um, Actually, no, I take that back. I'm gonna go do outreach there. It definitely works. The reason I'm bumping it down is because I don't know if there are other outreach channels that are better than this. Maybe emails because I get a lot of inquiries, or Instagram or Facebook, since a lot of people do connections and word of mouth there. But I do know it does work on LinkedIn. Then here we have, I believe that is agency owners. Yes, agency owners are definitely on there. Personally, I do find a lot more agency owners on my YouTube. Shout out to you guys. Than I do on LinkedIn, and I also find them more on Facebook and Instagram. Instagram mainly, than via paid ads than on LinkedIn. But you can definitely do outreach there if you're going after agency owners. Dog trainers. This is, I think, gonna be the first time I say don't even bother. They don't really check their LinkedIn as much. Senior care living, they are on LinkedIn. I would definitely say, yeah, great platform to scale. The reason why is actually because they are always looking for staff members, they're always recruiting, and there's no better platform other than Indeed.com than LinkedIn when they're trying to recruit more staff members to fill their homes, fill the senior care living spaces. Architects, definitely do outreach there. Scrolling down here, definitely do outreach. I can't say that they are super, super active on LinkedIn, but they are definitely there and they will respond back. SaaS. This is a weird one. I would say they're just not as active. They definitely are on LinkedIn, but they're not as active to justify leveraging LinkedIn to scale your service going after SaaS companies. Med spas. Okay, so a lot of people will probably on this YouTube channel skip to the med spas. I know a lot of you guys talk to me about medical clinics, whether it be IV, semaglutide, Botox, and sculpting, you name it. This is where I have to also say they're not as active on LinkedIn. Yes, you can definitely find estheticians, MDs, doctors on there, right? And as I go through chiros, dentistries, I'm going to say the same exact thing, but they are not as active on LinkedIn. I'd rather have you focus on Instagram, Facebook, maybe even emails, right? Running paid ads on Facebook and Instagram specifically. Um, I believe these are authors. Yes, they are definitely on LinkedIn. I will probably say and argue best niche because these guys love to promote their books, love to promote their ideas, especially the B2B authors on LinkedIn. You could easily get in front of these guys and start pitching them. Law firms do outreach here. Not the best to scale with. They're just hard to get in front of, and when you do connect with them, they will pin you just naturally because pin by mean like compare you to other companies just because it's a naturally competitive niche, law firms. And yeah, so you must have like a really, 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 really solid offer, but you will get responses there, so you can do outreach there. Financial firms. This is a great platform to go after people. We've been doing it for a handful of people over the past year, and we've gotten anywhere between 3 to 4 appointments every single day for these guys. Again, with great offers. I think this is a wealth management firm. Yeah, wealth management also great for scaling. They're there. They're looking for business opportunities. You can also pin this with or group this with private equity firms and mergers and acquisition brokers. So people who are helping exit businesses, they're 100% on LinkedIn. I know that because I went after them for a good month and a half. Wedding venues. I would say just like event venues, you can definitely find them there. Um, Probably not my first choice for outreach platforms, but you can definitely rely on LinkedIn and people being active there. Accountants. I believe this is accountants. Actually, no, that's not accountants. What is this? Business coach, I think. Business coaches, really good platform. Um, LinkedIn is a great platform for business coaches. Business coaches want to flaunt and showcase their expertise and their case studies on LinkedIn, obviously to help other people, usually who are in white collar themselves. So they're fishing around there for their own clients. You definitely want to be on LinkedIn. CMOs, fractional CMOs. Um, oh, this is also fractional CFOs. So yes, they're definitely on LinkedIn. These guys want to be recruited by other companies or corporations. So you definitely want to be going after CMOs or fractional CFOs on LinkedIn. Accountants, great industry. I would honestly pin it against email. I would say best for the niche. It's one of the best. We've gotten people 2, 3 appointments with accounting firms or accountants for their solopreneurs on there. Cybersecurity, great industry. Um, yeah, I would think it's better than emails. We've gotten so many people appointments. I've recently been talking about one of my best friends who uses our system, Ivan and Luis. We got them roughly around 40 qualified appointments with cybersecurity firms in the last month now. It's insane. Not a lot of people go after them. Moving companies. I'm gonna finally put something in worth the test. I don't know. I haven't tried moving companies, but I can imagine it's not gonna work too well. But numbers can say otherwise. Uh, Mortgage loan officers are definitely on their great platform. Might try emails at the same time, but definitely on LinkedIn. All right, so I'm gonna make this quick here, fitness, because that's my forte. I've been in that space for 3 months. So this is specifically gyms like CrossFits, yoga studios, bar, cyclists. Not many are as active on LinkedIn. They are there. They obviously have their names on there, but they aren't as active. So doing outreach, you better be doing gyms, or I'm sorry, you better be going out to gyms on Instagram first, then doing LinkedIn, even email. This is a cool one. Music producers. They are on LinkedIn. You can definitely do outreach there. There's a lot of music producers, whether they came from the company of Sony and they are now branching and doing their own thing, whether they're EDM producers or specific genre of music, they are on LinkedIn, which is pretty cool. I talked to, I think, 3 people this year about it. Personal trainers definitely do LinkedIn. Just a lot of people don't get hit up there. A lot of them get bombarded by DMs and inquiries for business on Instagram and Facebook. So you'll definitely go fishing where no one else is fishing on LinkedIn. Great platform. Roofers, don't even bother, guys. Once I get to blue collar here, don't even bother. They're not as active on there. Very little few of them even have set up LinkedIn account because they have no reason to. Even hiring, they go through referrals and people through their communities. Pressure washing, I would say the same thing. So yeah, online fitness coaches, definitely the same. Actually, even better. One of the best industries. Honestly, this might be coming from a surprise, but and honestly, if you disagree with me, let me know. But I have had a friend, Jesse Catalano, get so many high ticket online fitness coaches pay him 10K all through LinkedIn. In fact, he actually teaches online fitness coaches how to use LinkedIn to go after their clients. It's insane, insane. One of the best industries. You could argue Facebook, Instagram. I just know that no one uses LinkedIn to go after these guys, and they are on LinkedIn. Tabletop games or video games. Majority of people might not click on this one for the video, but they are on LinkedIn, which is pretty cool. Like search up tabletop games on LinkedIn, and you'll find a bunch of them. So if you promote those games and help them like sell in stores, etc., that's a great place to do it. I would definitely do LinkedIn. Interior designers, I would say I'm torn between doing outreach or they're not as active. I haven't only tested it once. They are active, I would say, so you can definitely use LinkedIn there. You just have to have a solid offer, pretty much. Keynote speakers, definitely one of the best places. Again, just like those authors, they are going to promote their brand, they're going to promote themselves through LinkedIn. You see a lot of keynote speakers like Simon Sinek, Gary Vee, Ty Lopez, etc. Even Alex Mosey now posting on LinkedIn a ton on there just to get more business and brand deals and PR through LinkedIn. Chiropractors, we're going to follow the same suit as med spa. They're just not as active on LinkedIn. Yes, you can find probably 10,000 to 20,000 Chiro owners on there, but they're not going to check it like for another 2, 3 weeks until they feel like they need to hire someone. HVAC, I will say they're not as active. This is one of the few uh, blue collar, if I may, blue home services that you can find them on there, but chances are you might just focus on emails, cold calling them, or Instagram DMs. Honestly, like those are better. Crypto, if you're helping like blockchain or crypto, that is a great outreach channel. You can definitely do it through LinkedIn. Churches, we're testing. I have a friend of mine. I'm not going to say his name, but he thinks that we can use LinkedIn to reach out to pastors, and I actually agree. I checked out the list, and they are definitely there. But I will first off say it's worth a test for sure. Landscapers, don't even bother. E-commerce, I'm gonna put as not many are on LinkedIn, meaning a lot of people don't tell you that they're the founder of an e-com store, or it's just really hard to find them actually practically on Sales Navigator and really honing in on them. I could be wrong. You guys could come at me in the comments and tell me actually they're on LinkedIn. But even then, a lot of times it's just hard to acquire appointments through LinkedIn. So I'd rather have you do paid ads or email. Real estate, this is honestly arguably one of the best places to go after people. Um, I'm just gonna put it here because it is definitely a reliable source. I've had a lot of people get 40 appointments in 30 days with it, so no debate about it. Physio, same thing as Chiro and Med Spa. There are just a lot of them on LinkedIn, just not as active. They don't check their LinkedIn as much. Same with dentistry. Travel and tourism, let's see here. Travel and tourism, really fast. Great industry. Um, I'm gonna say great to scale with. You can find a lot of them through Instagram and Facebook. Maybe that's better, but for sure, LinkedIn, you can find a lot of travel and tourism agencies and companies. And then finally, cybersecurity. Great platform. Great platform. Or actually, this is insurance. My apologies. Great platform here. I would say one of the best industries. Of course, you can do cold calling, cold SMS, which I will not encourage you to do because it could be illegal depending on the state. Better than Instagram, better than Facebook. Yep. So I would definitely put it as one of the best industries there. So this is my list right here. Obviously, it's not perfect. If I had to switch any of them, it would be sometimes in the middle here, maybe like Bitcoin, not as active on LinkedIn, maybe music producers, they are definitely there. So yeah, if I miss any niches, just drop it down below. I wanted to make this really thorough and concise, but as you can see, a lot of white collar businesses are going to be the best industries on LinkedIn. Blue collar, don't even bother. They're best to focus on cold calling, on Instagram, and paid ads. But if you're doing LinkedIn DMs, even LinkedIn ads, you're going to do a lot well if you're anything above the yellow, these top three. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully this was fun. Um, and yeah, if you got any more questions, let me know about industries, and it can change literally in 2026, 2027. So hopefully this helps you kind of know like, okay, not going to do LinkedIn, or hey, I should definitely do LinkedIn based off this tier list. If you got questions or you feel skeptical about my judgment, let me know. I'll give you some data and results that are proven. Otherwise, hope this helped.